The FBI in the United States has confirmed the discovery of 2 more suspicious packages after a series of pipe bombs were sent to prominent critics of President Trump. One of the latest devices was sent to the former Director of National Intelligence, James Clapper, and was found in a post office in New York. The other, addressed to the Democrat Senator Cory Booker, was discovered in Florida. Police say the latest packages closely resembled 10 sent earlier this week, which were crude bombs packed with powder and shards of glass. Our correspondent Gary O'Donoghue has the latest from Washington.
Well, the very latest one, we're told, was discovered at a post office in New York on Manhattan. You remember yesterday one was discovered at a restaurant belonging to Robert de Niro on Manhattan Island as well. And earlier on, another device was found at CNN addressed to John Brennan. But this morning's, we understand, was addressed to James Clapper, the former Director of National Intelligence. He's been someone who has been very vocal in criticising the president over Russia and other issues since the president came into office. And we understand from the FBI that package, as I say, found at that post office in New York on Manhattan Island, was addressed to him. Earlier on, we got some indication that a Florida sorting office, an office in South Florida, just north of Miami, which was being searched already, and which one of those packages had gone through. We're understanding that there's another package that came from there that was headed for Senator Cory Booker, again a Democrat, a very high-profile Democrat, and also someone who's potentially one of those might run for the Democratic nomination in 2020.
And Gary, tell us what's the reaction from the White House as these devices keep cropping up?
Well, we've had no immediate reaction to these 2 latest devices, which brings the numbers to 12, by the way, 12 sent to 10 different people. But their line has been pretty clear. They say these attacks are despicable. They say that they will hunt the people down who are responsible. They say that the country should unify, but they also say that it's the media's fault that there's so much anger in American society at the moment. That's something the president is very keen on. He said that he rejects any idea that it's his language or any kind of rhetoric that he uses, that he whips up, that is responsible in any way for creating the environment where things like this could happen. So there is very substantial pushback on this from the White House and from the president, and all sort of attempts to calls for unification and for people to come together, frankly, have gone absolutely nowhere.
Gary O'Donoghue, our correspondent in Washington. Let's show you these live pictures of downtown New York, where, as you can see, the very heavy police presence. This is where what's thought to have been the 12th device was found this morning, addressed to James Clapper, the former Director of National Intelligence. Federal sources saying that this particular device, this package, was consistent with the other 11. The 11th one being reported in Florida today, and that had been addressed, as we said, to the Democratic Senator Cory Booker. It appears that a vehicle has driven away this device from the postal facility in New York City. Very similar sort of process to that we've seen in other instances. But of course, the growing number of suspected devices in these suspicious packages causing a great deal of concern in the United States.